Hello lovely people, I am Penge and I play all sorts of games over at the Geek Cupboard. Today I am very excited to be collaborating with Paradox Interactive to bring you a tutorial on Gangs in the Prison Architect Gangs expansion. I'm playing on PC, but everything you see here is applicable to consoles as well. The Gangs expansion introduces 3 new gangs to your prisons. The Jackals, who focus on gaining gang territory and selling contraband. The Bonebreakers, who love nothing more than a bit of violence and destruction. And the Vipers, who want to control the flow of narcotics into your prison. Each gang has their own visual identity, personality and ways of doing things, and needless to say, they all want to be the most powerful gang in your prison. The new gangs bring new behaviours and new events, and also they might be getting a little bit of help from people on the inside. Gangs gain members in 2 different ways, recruitment and intake. Senior gang members will approach regular prisoners in your prison and attempt to recruit them to their gang in order to boost gang member numbers. New gang members may also arrive on a gang member intake bus. These can drop off any number of gang members to join their fellow gangmates in your prison. There are new methods that gangs will use to defend their territory. These can be as tame as a food fight in the canteen, through to assassinating the leader of a rival gang in an effort to destabilise and weaken them. They'll also target and threaten other prisoners and rival gang members. Wardens have to be careful to not let one particular gang become too powerful, because when a gang reaches 20 members, they will start to make demands. These could be anything from demanding a number of objects be added to the prison, through to decreasing the length of punishments for certain crimes. If these demands aren't met, then the gang will retaliate. Jackals will start escaping, bone breakers will start destroying, and vipers will start fighting. Members of a gang will try to seek out fellow gang members where possible, and then they will stick together to re-emphasise their unity and send a message to the other gangs. Plus, of course, there's strength in numbers. A gang is only as important as the territory it controls, and gangs will be sure to make their turf known by using graffiti. This may start off as graffiti on things like tables, but will soon evolve into using graffiti to claim control over entire rooms. Janitors can clean graffiti in rooms, but the gangs won't like that at all, and there might be a bit of a backlash. You can see how many members gangs have, what objects and territory they've claimed, and the location of all current gang members by going to Intelligence, and then pressing the Gangs button. This handy panel shows how many members each gang has, as well as the number of kills they've carried out and the value of their contraband operations. It can also show their goals and traits, as well as the number of territories under their control and the amount of times members of that gang have been reprimanded for misconduct. Any objects claimed by gangs are highlighted, as is any territory. Unclaimed territory will be lit up on the gang's overlay, and the alert icon in the middle of an unclaimed territory shows how many members of a certain gang are in that territory at that time. The cells of all gang members are highlighted in the relevant gang colour, and all gang members also have a circle around them in the appropriate colour. Gang leaders are shown with a crown above their head. Gang officers are identified with a diamond above them. Though the gangs might be resourceful, they can't do everything on their own, so they sometimes recruit a little inside help by bribing the guards. Corrupt guards can then smuggle contraband into the prison for the gang that paid them off. If a guard has a dollars icon over their avatar, then they are corrupt. There's no way back for a corrupt guard. The only way to deal with them is to fire them. Away with you! So what with their constant fighting, needy demands and territory control, gangs are set to make the lives of all prison wardens a little bit trickier. That's all for now. In the next video in this series, we'll be looking at new staff and prisoner programs, new grants, new rooms and intelligence improvements. All things you might want to think about to help manage the gangs in your prison.